about how to use your visuals. Schedules aren't just for the gymnasium, they can work anywhere. So I will use a small portable whiteboard. So these are just from Dollar Tree, a little marker, there's a little clip right here so it stays together. These are velcroed on, so depending on what you're doing that day, and I know this is a little silly, run, circle balloons. That's not what we're doing. Maybe it is, no judgment. We listen and we don't judge, right? But this is what I would bring with me. So this can always change. I could write the student's name on there. I could put ×3. So we're running 3 times around the gym. There's a lot of different ways to utilize these. So this is another great one to utilize. So this is I want. And then in these little spaces, I know a lot of this says more, all done, yes, no. This says pencil, computer, dry erase marker. Okay, we're probably not gonna be using those in phys ed, but what you can do is, again, you put a little piece of Velcro and you can take those little tiny pet cards and stick them right on here. Now this I would typically use for a kiddo who's maybe nonverbal. I know you're saying to yourself, why don't you just use their iPad? Sometimes teachers and parents don't really love the iPad coming to PE. They feel like it's gonna get ruined, a kid's gonna throw it, whatever the case may be. If you can use their device, I would suggest using their device because we wanna keep it consistent throughout their school day. But we wanna give them that autonomy. They can choose what they want, whether it's with a laser and pointing to which activity they wanna do, or they're touching it, or they're saying it, or they're pulling it off. Whatever it might be, this is really, really great. Always laminate all of your resources, otherwise they will be destroyed. Like there's no question, they're gonna be gone. The other thing I would put on here as well is you can put the names of students. So let's say you're in an integrated class and the student wants to choose a partner or a buddy to be with that day, then they can use their laser, they can touch, and so you're not choosing it for them. The student has that autonomy over in the choice. The other thing that I utilize is this 1, 2, 3. So these are station cards. These are the students, their faces and their names. And then 1, 2, 3 corresponds to the station. So at each station, you would have one of these cards. So 1, 2, 3. And I like to take the cones, cut a slit in them, which check with your phys ed teachers first. They also have those plastic card holders that can just go right over the top of the cone. So you could do either way. And this is in each cone. So I know that this student right here, all these students are gonna start at number 1. Now, if I would put this in the first cone, the number 1 cone. Now let's say I have my other group of students, because we have more than 4 kids in the class. So let's say this was a whole bunch of different students right here. They're all gonna start at 3. And this card is gonna be in the cone that says number 3 on it. And then once they're done with number 3, the student, the aide, whomever, can peel this off, stick it on the back, and all these students are going to 2. This keeps them organized, so because now we know which students are supposed to be going where, and the parents can bring this card, or the student can bring this card with them to the next cone, stick it in the cone and say, okay, now we're on number 3, let's all do the activity until we hear the beeps. You can download my visual schedule card and templates below. I'd love to know how you use your visual cues and schedules in your space, whatever space that might be. I'd love to hear about it. Please share your tips in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.